You could join us on Facebook, YouTube, Twitter, Twitch, and Twitter. Periscope. Periscope. Man, mine went blank for a minute. On tonight's show, we're going to be talking about Kanye. Um, I didn't hear the statement he made until after I got off the show last night, but we will discuss it tonight. We also going to talk about um, the judge whose son was killed. That is over the case, Epstein case. So we'll talk about that, which we know. I have funny feelings about that one because we kind of figured um, something crazy was going to happen. So I think um, it's automatic starting to happen now. So we're also going to talk about the charges being dropped in Kentucky of the 87 protesters, which it never should have been charges. That's my opinion. And also, last night I mentioned we're going to give an update on the story about the guy that pulled the gun on the talked about killing the black folks in Georgia. Um, I did talk to the uh, PIO today, and he actually gave some good information. He's supposed to send me some more information, but he's open to communicate with anyone that want to know about the case. And he said that the incident that happened over the weekend, he's pretty sure they're not connected. So, and that's all the information he could give me on that part. But other than that, I'm waiting to get some more information about the guy who walked into the bar and talked about killing all the black folks and dropped the gun clip. So as soon as I have that information, I'll pass it along to you. Um, I'm gonna go ahead and put the number up. Y'all can chat live with us. Um, but I'm also put a phone number up you could call, and you can say whatever's on your mind. You can speak on it. Uh, if it's something you want to talk about that I haven't mentioned, uh, you can tell us whatever you want to talk about, whatever is going on in your world. That's what we're here for. And I would definitely like to know how you feel about some of the subjects that I brought up for tonight, or any night actually. Now, a lot of time on Mondays, um, sometimes some folks start to troll a little bit, which that's cool. But I have no problem with that. You have your freedom of speech. But if you call, be correct. So you can actually call at 972 591 3665 592 391 3665. And don't forget, if you are following us on YouTube, please make sure your account is not private. I will follow you back. And that's only the best thing to do. I'll follow you back. Um, so let's get this party started. I'm looking at some other stuff, making sure I haven't received that email yet, but wanted to make sure. But so basically, the judge that is handling um, Epson case, someone came to our house a couple of days ago, pretending to be a FedEx employee in uniform, and I guess her son answered the door, and he was shot and killed. The husband was wounded. I think she was down in the basement at the time, and it came out not too long ago that the um, the suspect allegedly committed suicide. I don't know. I wasn't there. So, but that's what's in the news today. They said he committed suicide, but we know how that worked. A lot of us been talking that we know how this story is going to play out. So, um, praying for the family. Um, Hopefully, her husband make a full recovery, and hopefully, the his girlfriend actually see a day in court. So let me know how you feel about it, and also um, the couple that was up in St. Louis. I said last night, Trump is getting involved with the case. Today it came out they're being charged with a felony, with felonies. So multiple charges, and uh, but Trump already talked to the governor, and they probably won't see the courthouse or won't see a jail cell. Unfortunately, um, that's why I say all the time that's their privilege. Um, because if you pointing a gun at someone, you definitely you shouldn't do it no way. If you don't have no intention on using it, you don't pull your gun. And for them to be drinking and doing this, then they're gonna get a slap on the wrist. Yeah, I have a very funny feeling about that because I know if it was me or people that look like me, you wouldn't hear from Trump. You wouldn't hear from that governor. We'll be in jail, and they probably wouldn't give you bail. Matter of fact, they probably charge you for every person that was out there. That probably would be one count. I don't know. I'm not an attorney, but if it's 50 people out there and you pointing your gun at all 50, seem like it should be a charge for each one. And I don't think the White House should get involved. Hell, like I said, that's only for his supporters. I don't agree with it. That's why it's very important for us to vote come November. We need to get out and vote. Also, um, like I mentioned a while ago, the protesters that was arrested in Kentucky, all their charges was dropped, which it never should have been charges for the simple fact they was doing a peaceful protest, a peaceful protest. But back in May, here come that privilege again. Back in May, you had armed protesters show up at the governor mansion, and demanding that he open the state back up, remove the stay at home order. Now the thing is, they had guns. Not all of them, but some of them did have guns. But nobody was arrested. But you have a peaceful protest, a sit down, and 87 people got arrested. I'm gonna just say something don't look right in that picture. 87 people get arrested for a sit down. Mm, yeah, let that sink in for a minute. They did a sit down, and 87 people got arrested. But folks showing up at the governor mansion, and not just in Kentucky, I think it was in Minnesota also. They had riots all over where these people was going to federal buildings with their firearm and nobody got arrested. Mm. Of course, I didn't see nobody that looked like me out there. That's all I'm saying. Uh, because if it was me or my crew or anybody like that, it would have been a whole different headline. So, but like I said, you listen to Speak On It with Who You With, Kurt, though. Like, share with your friends, and let them know we're on. If you can chat with us live in the chat, and you can also call in. Call in. Number is 972-591-3665. 972-591-3665. Whatever is on your mind, you can call in and let us know. Um, Also, I seen some this Kanye. This Kanye. I'm gonna go ahead and talk about Kanye and get it out the way. He really needs to get some help. He really needs some help. And if people around him love him like they pretend like they do, or if they really do love him, they really need to get him some help. Um, for the statement that he made, that's just he's entitled to his opinion. I wasn't there, but I know what history have taught us. And at this point, Kanye needs some help. Kim, if you're listening, please get him some help. Get him some help. Um, what's going on with him mentally? It can be fixed, but you gotta take him to get some help. I received a lot of message yesterday saying the things that Kanye said, it was out of order. And I'm not just talking about this last couple of weeks or anything like this. There's been years where he been doing crazy things. Um, to be honest with you, I don't know if he ever received help after his mom passed away. That's why counseling is so important. And unfortunately for us, a lot of us don't want to take counseling. But counseling is very important. And you have to be open and truthful when you go in and take counseling and express your feelings. I know I do. I take it every week. I enjoy it. And as for Kanye, I really recommend counseling. If I talk to him today, I would tell him, man, go get some counseling. Get some counseling. It will make a difference. It'll make you think differently. So definitely get some counseling. Also, shout out to Monique for standing her ground. The federal judge actually sided with her. He said that her case can move forward against Netflix. Now, I know I have Netflix. I don't only watch it that much, but what a lot of these companies have to realize, if we decided as the as people decided not to support Netflix for 1 month, they will be hurting. They will be in trouble because probably majority of their business comes from our community. And Netflix need to take a look at it. You discriminating against Monique. I'm not saying she was right by the way she went by it at the beginning of it, but she stood her ground. And that's what a lot of us need to do is to stand your ground. When you know something is not right, say something. Don't just talk about it. Do something. And I'm glad she took it to a federal court. And hopefully she get paid from it. Or whatever she asking for. Because there's so many big companies that want our business, but don't want to respect us enough. And speaking of respect, I'm I'm sitting here at the house. I'm chilling. We don't get uh, visitors at the house, unexpected visitors. Right now, we're not getting any visitors. Um, but doorbell ring. Like, okay. Um, go to the door, and I have my Black Lives Matter shirt on today. And um, thank you, Jewel. If y'all haven't shopped with her, look her up on Facebook. Have some good stuff. Um, but I go to the door, and guy come out. Hey, can I take a look at your roof? Tell him I had somebody coming out Thursday to take a look at it. Well, I'm right here. I could do it now. Well, no. But if he don't show up, I may call you. I'll check and see. Well, let me just talk to you a little bit. Okay. So he goes off, talk about the roof a little bit. I had time, a little bit of time. Talk about the roof a little bit. Showing the deals he gave his other neighbors and all of that. And I'm like, okay, I'm listening to him. But it's hot outside. So I'm standing in the door and had it crack. And my mom and them used to say, stop cooling off the outside, close that door. So I said, man, let me grab my mask and step out here and talk to you. And so I grabbed my mask. He was like, do I need to get mine? Yeah, I would prefer you do if I'm coming outside. So he go out to his truck, get his mask, come back. And we still pretty good ways from each other. So while he's talking, then all of a sudden he said, I had something strange happen the other day. I said, here it come. Here it come. So he started talking about the Black Lives Matter shirt. Then he went off telling a story about he lived out in I think he said Terrell or somewhere. And I knew then what the story was about. So he was talking and he said, I was at this event the other day and this guy he started talking, and I'm not a real political person or anything like that. And I don't get all into politics and stuff. But then my wife told me, uh, you really need to vote for him. Then he said the guy was a Republican. I'm looking at him because I'm waiting. I'm waiting. I'm just sitting back waiting. And I guess he seen the expression on my face, and he said, "You know what? Let me change the story." So he talked about the deals he could give me and all of this. And then a couple of minutes, he said, why do everybody put everything toward race? I said, there you go. It's there now. Now take it. Um, before this happened, I had just made it home. So, um, and when I came out there to talk to him, I just kind of had my hand on my hip and I didn't realize my shirt wasn't raised down. It wasn't down. So um, people that know me know what I'm talking about. Um, so he was like, "Why did everybody take everything toward race?" And then he told a story about his neighbor. They did the roof at his house and left one shingle between the house. And while they was doing the roof, she went out there and picked up a piece of paper, threw it back on his side. Then said the next day she tripped over the shingle that they left between the house. And she said something about it and all of this. And I'm listening to him. Then he said, "Why do everybody make everything about race?" I said, "Well, look, first of all, you got to realize it started off when you seen my shirt, Black Lives Matter. You kind of start telling me this story." I said, "Second of all, you go off and you talking about your neighbor." I said, "You want to know the truth why everybody talk about race? Everything is basically on race." I said, "Well, look at the world today. All the unarmed black and browns that have been killed by police with videotapes, and nothing have happened. So you want to talk about race? That's their white privilege that they have. Because the thing is, here it is. You could be in your front yard. Somebody can come up, want to call the police on you. And 9 times out of 10, it's going to be a white person that does it to a non-white person. So you want to talk about race? Let's talk about it. I said, then when you have a leader of this country that promote racism, that's the reason why it's a race issue. Now you have um he said, well, he stopped me. He said, "Well, I'm not a big fan of Trump." I said, "It's not just Trump. I'm talking about Trump, Greg Abbott, all of them." I said, "Look, with Trump, he pretend like this COVID is fake. He just started wearing his mask." I said, then when you have racist people doing stuff, he wanna say it's good people on both sides. Then when you have his homeboys getting out of jail, that he's getting out without doing time, he's showing racist. He involved in race. I said, now you want to talk about race? We could talk about it. I seen him look down at his phone. I said, yeah, he's finna say you have to go. But as we continue to talk for about another minute and a half, um, like I told him, I said, hey, when you have folks that is mad for no reason at all and not trying to get to know people and treat people the same way they want to be treated, that's the reason why everything goes back to race. Because everything that have happened in this world, in this country, is a problem. Especially when your leaders are part of the problem. So then all of a sudden his phone rang. "Oh, I gotta go. There's another client calling. But if you decide to let me do your roof, call me." I said, "I won't. I won't. I'm spending my money with black owned companies. So I won't." So he left with his cowboy boots and cowboy hat on. So I don't think he'll be back. And like I told him, right now, I'm spending my money with black owned small business. So welcome to the show, Nikki Robertson. Thank you for tuning in. Share it with your friends. She actually said, "No, thank you." Exactly. Because You want to talk about race? I don't think he was suspecting what he got. And when he seen Black Panther hanging out my side, he was like, "Ooh, I got a real one." Sure do. It just so happened I just came back home and my shirt was pulled up a little bit on the side, and he kind of stepped back because not knowing, I just kind of put my hand on my hip, and I realized my shirt was up. That's probably why he was looking funny, because he probably thought my hand was on Black Panther. But no, I don't do stuff like that. I only pray and hope I never have to pull them out. But y'all can chat with us live on the show. If it's something on your mind that you want to talk about, you could definitely send your comments in. We could talk about it. Also, I hit on this last night, and I haven't been able to talk to the guy again, Houston Zydeco, but he's supposed to been. He told me he was going to address it this morning. Went on there, didn't see it. So at this point, from what I've seen on the news, it's not finna be good for them. Um, yeah, you're right. Uh, Folks have a lot of questions, but they need to be ready and open to hear the truth. Yes, because I'm gonna tell you what happened. Unfortunately, some of us, not all of us, but there's a lot of us. When it come down to race, we don't want to discuss it with um, with the ones that don't look like us. I'm not saying everyone, but a lot of us don't want to discuss it. It just so happened that um, it came to my front door. So he brought it up. Let's discuss it. Then once I talked about it and started to talk about it, because I can talk, and I think he set a timer on his phone, because he probably was like, I picked the wrong one today. And he's saying everything I didn't expect to hear. So once that timer went off, he said another customer was calling and he had to go. Okay, have a good one. Well, call me if you want me to do your proof. I don't. I told you that at the beginning. I already had somebody coming out to take a look at it. So, oh well. So, but I've been looking, and I actually talked with a couple other folks, um, and they supposed to been coming out. See, this one problem I have. I'm gonna keep my word. If I say I'm gonna do something, I'm gonna do it. And some other business supposed to be coming out, they didn't come out. So I'm like, hey, I'm not gonna chase you down to try to give you my money. No, I have a choice about who I deal with, and so this person coming out Thursday, I feel like they'll be pretty good. And I'm like, cool. You're right. He did pick the right one today. I I had time. I had time this morning. I had a busy morning, but he caught me at the right time because I had just made it back home. Had grabbed some lunch on the way home, and I was like, "Hey," had just finished eating. I was good. I was great. I felt real good. I was like, "All right." Yeah. Kind of surprised me because somebody come ringing the doorbell. I'm like, "Who the?" Yeah, I'm like, "Nah." Let's see who this is. Normally, I don't even open the door, but someone told me to open it today. I'll look out the window to see. See this guy standing out there with a cowboy hat on and boots. Let me see what he's trying to talk about. So he he was surprised. Him wasn't ready today. So no, he wasn't ready today for the response that he got. And I'm looking like, okay, don't just because I have a baby face, please don't think I'm a fool. I have time and I'm quick on my mind. I'm a quick thinker. So yeah, whatever you throw at me, I'm gonna be ready. But so let me know how y'all feel about the stories that is going on in the news. Like I said a while ago, I'm glad Monique took a stand. I'm glad she took a stand not to shortchange herself because she knows her worth. And I believe when it came out, some big celebrity was saying, "Hey, that's Netflix. You should go ahead and just go ahead and do your show with them and all of that." But from my understanding, when you are a artist and you put stuff on Netflix, um, they have complete control. I heard one interview where someone said, once you put it on Netflix, you can't take it nowhere else. They choose when they want to put it on, how long it's going to stay on, and they own that material. So I'm glad Monique took a stand. And hopefully some of our other celebrities will take a stand too. Yeah, I'm sure they pay some more than other, but Monique, she looked at the fact that um, people that don't have a bigger follower like she did and selling out major shows was getting more than her. And she decided not to sell herself short. So hopefully this will be a door opening where they would they would other artists would do the same. And if not, maybe we need to start our own, get our own platform where we can share our entertainment. So that's what I feel about it. But like I was saying before, I got sidetracked. Um, the people that hosted that party yesterday, over the weekend, they're actually getting ready to. I feel like some charges gonna come, which I said yesterday they was definitely wrong for doing that. Anybody who was there that went to the party, they was wrong. Um, as, as well as the promoter and the host of the party, they was wrong. Now, I briefly caught it on the news where the police chief of that town said he didn't know anything about it. Now, I have an issue with that because here it is on the video. I did hear a guy say they shut the party down the night before. He said it was because of the four wheelers. Well, seemed like they would shut it down because of the music in the crowd, but he said on the video because of the four wheelers. And I've done field meets before where it was for motorcycle clubs, and it was times where they would get noise complaint. Um, Now, if the guys running through, I was told they was on 250 acres. I don't know, but 250 acres, and they shut the party down because of four wheelers. No, that don't sound right. But Like I say, it's two different laws. Um, uh, maybe if it's on your own property, you may not need it. Um, but if his officers came out the night before, it should have been a report of it. Should have been some type of report. And he said they did need a permit, but what I heard him say was, "Hey, I'm gonna have to check with the governor office. I'm gonna have to uh, check all these sources and see what we could do about it, because this can never happen again." Now, we seen how Governor Abbott worked. Um, I feel for the people involved, but I don't feel sorry for you because you should have been smart enough not to have that party. And that's why I said last night that was one of those situations where you was putting money over lives, and that's wrong. And not only that, China 8 actually found the flyer where I think they charged $20 a person to get in. I'm like, well, damn, $20 a person, and it had to been between 300 to 500 people out there. Could have been more than that. That's a lot of folks showed up out there. $20 a head. Said they was giving away $3,000 that night. I was told it was for a scholarship, but then they said part. I haven't seen the flyers except for the little bit I seen on the news. They said it was for um, a DJ competition or something they was doing, or rap battle or something. But either way, it never should have happened. That put all of us at risk because once these folks left from out there, went back to their home, no telling who all they came in contact with. And that's a scary situation as the COVID-19 numbers continue to rise. And I would say within a week and a half, I wouldn't be surprised if we don't be in the 2000s new cases per day because of stuff like that. And that's very scary when you have people that um, don't look at life, that feel like this is a game. No, this is real. I say all the time. It's not like you playing a video game. You lose all your mans, you can reset it. No, you lose your life. That's it. Game over. You can't put another quarter in there and or push a button to reset it. Your game is over. You're dead and gone. And for what? I have no idea. It wasn't worth anybody going out there to risk your life. I know people personally that have suffered from the coronavirus. Um, a couple of my listeners have suffered from it. So to go out there and host a huge party like that, it's not worth it. It's not worth it at all. And now, with 300 to 500 people out there, what's going to happen now? Now, from my understanding, the organization that put the event on, they supposed to be a non-profit. Now, they probably going to snatch that from you. They probably going to take it from you, because you got to realize You don't get the same privilege as other people get. But now that it's exposed, they're gonna they're gonna hit you pretty tough. That money you made, it's not gonna be enough because they're gonna hit you hard in the pocket, and your nonprofit status is probably gonna be at risk. And they not only going after the people that put it on, but also the person um, that posted the video. They going after him also, according to the news. So, according to what the chief of police said, and if you know anything about that area, mm, I'm just saying, um, back in the days, it was one of those towns that you need to be out of that town before nightfall, and it's gonna be plenty of fines come out of it, and it's gonna be. I wouldn't be surprised they don't try to charge him with something, and once these cases start popping up from people that was out there, it's gonna be some pretty hefty fines come out of it. So get prepared. Hopefully, y'all have a lawyer that can represent y'all pretty good. But um, that was very reckless to host an event like that during a time like this. And I understand you have to make money, but that's not the way of doing it. That's not the way of doing it at all. Um, but hey, people would do it all the time. Um, like I said, if you can chat with us live, you can also call in 972-591-3665. Give your opinion on the topics that we talked about tonight. If not those topics, you can talk about it if you want to talk about something else. Um, I did see a post a while ago. I couldn't get enough information offline. Supposedly came from China 8 about a young lady up in McKinney that was found um, hanging in a garage. I don't know enough about it, but I would definitely do some more research on it. And if I find out about it, I would definitely let you know. Um, Also, please, if you haven't signed the petition on my page for Lisa Johnson family, please sign it. And there's a petition on my page, change.org, trying to get them to reopen up Lisa Johnson case. Watch the video, hear what the family had to say about the case, and definitely um, let's try to bring justice to that family closure because the evidence don't add up. Um, it don't add up, and hopefully we can bring some justice to them, and allow them to have closure um, after losing a daughter, and which is a very sad situation. And you can watch the video, hear from the family what they had to say, and go from there. Um, Also, get tested. Get tested. Even if you don't feel like you have any symptoms, please get tested because now you may not have symptoms, but you could have it and you could be passing it to other people. So definitely get tested. I believe, uh, well, I know Friendship West is doing Free testing on Thursdays, 616 West Keys in Dallas. Free testing from 9 a.m. to 1 p.m. First come, first serve. Please go out, get tested, take advantage of it. Um, you do not have to be a member. Just pull up and get tested. It's better to know than not to know, because a lot of people, by the time they find out they have it, it's already too late. And it's best that you know up front if you have it or not. And even if you don't have the signs, get tested. If you get tested, you can survive it the early you know it. So don't take it as a game. Don't worry about what nobody say or think about you going to get tested, because I've been tested twice, and I thank God both time I came back negative. So, um, but once again, when you go out, hang out at parties, at friends' house, and going to the grocery store, not wearing your mask, that's what can happen. Even if you're going to buy food or whatever, and a lot of time people have to think about this when you go and buy food, which I don't buy food from a lot of places. Um, if they not wearing gloves and masks, I'm not eating there. I holler at you. I don't care who you are. I'm gone. But um, a lot of people, and I've done it in the past before the pandemic, but a lot of people, they go and pick up some food. You smelling those fries or whatever. First thing you do, as soon as you get it, let me try some of these fries. Now you can put your dirty hands in the fries, and now you eating them. So it's definitely be careful of that, and just wash your hand. If you don't have water, use hand sanitizer. Whatever you have to do to protect yourself. And if you're at a food place, see if they have wet naps. Get some wet naps, wipe your hand, whatever you have to do to make sure you're safe. That's the best thing you can do. Um, but other than that, I'm just here to talk about a couple of stories, and whatever you want to talk about. Um, Hopefully, Kanye get the help that he need. I pray and hope he do, because that's very scary. Um, to the the way that he's doing is scary. Now, if I was to talk to Kanye, I would say, "Hey, Kanye, you know what? That's not the time for you to run for the president election. Don't do it now. Don't do it now." Because basically it looked like what you're trying to do is pull certain votes to vote for you. And with doing that, it it don't it don't look good for you. And it looked like you're trying to help Trump to win. But Trump gotta go. Trump gotta go. I said during before he was elected, I said if Trump win, we're in a world of trouble. Now look at us. Been on punishment for what, 6 months or 3 months, 4 months, 4 months it been. Yeah, I lost track of time, so um, been on punishment for 4 months, and look like we're gonna be on punishment for. So we definitely need to support whoever is running against him, except Kanye, because Kanye, you showed when you was in the pictures hugging him. I believe you even kissed him on the cheek or whatever. I don't know for sure. I thought I seen you kiss him, but you walking around with your MAGA hat on, and it's not a good look for you. And it's not this time. It's not time for you to do it now. But maybe 4 years, maybe might be a good time for you, but not now. Not now. And the comment you made yesterday, when I got off the show last night, I went and watched some videos because I needed to hear what he talked about because I was so tied up yesterday. I didn't get a chance to hear it. But one video, and I think he said, give everybody that have kids $1 million. Yeah, that sound good, but Kanye, that that ain't gonna, that won't happen. Um, then when he talked about abortion, he broke down, started crying, and I'm not talking about just crying that ugly cry. Maybe it was something personal with him. I don't know. Um, but he kept showing so many different emotion, and then in one video when he talked about Harriet Tubman, and as soon as he said it, the young lady said it's time to go. She got up and left because she was like, I came here for laughs because I knew it would be some jokes going on. But once he made that statement, she said, I gotta go. And she got up and left. Um, so I don't know. I seen like three different emotions just within a couple of minutes. And I'm like, dope, that's not good. If I don't know, I still say maybe I need to throw my hat in the ring because um, what we have now and what Kanye trying to get up in there, no, mm-mm, that's not good. But that's my opinion. Let me know how you feel about things because what's going on now, Kanye, please sit back, think about it. And Kim, if you really love him, you will be there to help him out, get him some help. Um, Matter of fact, Kanye, next Monday, we will have a counselor on the show. So definitely tune in next Monday. And we have a show particular for next Monday. But if we need to change it for you, we will. We will have a counselor session on the show. So so definitely get some help, please. Please. And if you need to know a good counselor, let me know. I can I know some good counseling that will keep it real with you. And they would not sugarcoat it. They would be completely honest with them. But when you go to counseling, you have to be completely honest with them. Let them know exactly what's going on in your mind. What are your concerns? And unfortunately, I think he's holding a lot of hurt in. Um, because I know when his mom passed, it happened all of a sudden, and he didn't expect it, and that's hard. That I'm sure that was hard on you, but he never, far as I know, he never got help for that, and that could be the main trigger of what's causing him to do things that he's doing today because he still trying to process that situation. So, but other than that, um, now these are my opinion. I don't know. I don't know Kanye. Like I said, I haven't listened to Kanye since him and Jamie did Gold Digger. That's how long it been. So, did Jesus Walk come out before Gold Digger or after? I think it came out first, but I haven't listened to him since Gold Digger. But I'm not telling you not to listen to him because if you like what he putting out, hey, support him, support him. But right now, Kanye, we don't need for you to be in this race now because this is a very important election. Our lives are dependent on this election. And please, not this time. If you want to, if you listen, hey, send me a message. We could talk about it. You and I in private, we could talk. And I will give you my opinion. Why not? If you want to come on the show and talk about it. But that might have to be a 3 or 4 hour show, but I'm willing to do it because I'm sure everybody be calling in that night and sending messages in. But like I said, Kanye, not this election. It's not worth it. It's not worth it at all. Um, but other than that, I'm going to look at this other case that came out right before I came on. I couldn't find enough information about it, so I don't like to talk about stuff that I really didn't get a chance to verify if it's legit or not. And uh, which is crazy. Um, we know we still need to get justice for Breonna Taylor, um, because it's crazy, and I'm gonna get ready to leave, but it's crazy how they haven't filed no charges yet against the officers, but that same night they filed the attempted murder charge against the boyfriend, which the charges was later dropped, and then they waited several minutes to provide help for her, which is also crazy. You shot this person, and now you're not providing help for them. Not saying that we don't know if she would have survived or not survived. We don't know, but because of the training you have, you should have provided help for her. And another case, um, I forgot the brother name, the one that was on the second Juneteenth day, 4th of July, where the brother was almost where the white guys tried to lynch him at the lake up in Indiana. Blue was it Blooming? Uh, Forgot what city, but it's in Indiana. But I just seen today where um, the guys have been charged with a felony. They were arrested. So that's a good thing. They should have been arrested immediately. So that's a good thing that they was charged. Now they need to go to jail. They need to be charged with a hate crime. And we need to start taking a stand against these folks doing stuff like this and charge them to the full extent of the law. And let them know and let their buddies know You do this, this is what's going to happen. And a lot of these politicians, they're scared to do this. Um, so, but other than that, you listening to Speak On It with Who You With Kurt Dog. You can follow us on Facebook, YouTube, Twitter, Twitch, Periscope, and you can live chat with us during the show. You can also call us during the show. Don't call me after the show because the phone will be off. So, um, but you can call us during the show, and if you do call after the show, you can leave a message. I may or may not return. It depends on what you're talking about. So, um, but I will be back on tomorrow. Haven't decided what time yet, but it's gonna be earlier than 8 p.m. Um, I'll come on tomorrow and talk a little bit. Hopefully, I have an update on. I had a police report um, of the guy from Georgia who talked about killing the black folks at the bar up there. So hopefully, I will receive that police report by then, and I can see exactly what charges, if any. The uh, sergeant I spoke with, uh, Sergeant Defense, he actually said at least one charge will be a simple assault, and it could be other charges come out with it. So just waiting to see the report. He was going to find out if it's where the case stand at. So we'll find out once I get the information. I'll let y'all know. But he did say he's willing to talk with anyone about this case, and if y'all need to reach out to him, he gave me permission to give his cell phone number out. But we're gonna see what they're gonna do first. Now, if they don't do what should happen, then we'll call them up and find out what's going on. But he sound like it's going in the right direction. Hopefully, I will hear from him tomorrow, or if he'll send the email to me. He may be watching the show on YouTube. I did invite him out to watch the show, so hopefully he keep his word and do what he said, and we can go from there. So, but other than that, I appreciate everyone for listening tonight. Definitely protect yourself at all time. Wear your mask if you have to get out. Wash your hands. Also, um, during this time, if you're unable to exercise, definitely get out, walk around the block or something. I've been riding a bike lately. I need to get me a new bike because this bike I have is a mountain bike, but it's not for road. So I need to get me a road bike. If somebody know a good place to buy a road bike, send me a message because I definitely need one. Um, that mountain bike is, I'm not a young buck no more, so the knees ain't like what they used to be. So I definitely need to get me a different bike that would be much easier. And I think if I had a different bike, I will ride much longer. And I did my personal best yesterday, 7.71 miles, which I'm very happy about that. And I only did two this morning because I know I had a busy day. So, but other than that, take care of yourself. Thank you for watching. And if you have a subject you would like for us to speak on, send me an email. Who you with? KurtDog@mail.com. WHO, the letter U, WITHCURTDOG@mail.com. Or send me a message and we'll add it in. Next week, next Monday, um, I'll let y'all know what the subject will be on Sunday, and it's gonna be very interesting. So it's gonna be, um, hopefully, it's a subject that can really help someone. Um, I've been trying to avoid this subject for a while, but next Monday we definitely gonna talk about it, and we're gonna open it up. Um, and hopefully it can help someone, especially during a time like this. So until tomorrow, I appreciate each and every one of y'all. If you're on YouTube, like, subscribe, and also get notification for you can know when we are on live. And if you make sure your page is not private, if I can follow you back. Um, Other than that, appreciate y'all for listening. Until tomorrow, I love each and every one of you.